Hello everyone, it's Whitnerin. I am here to talk about Miram Ali and her family. As some of you who are regular watchers know, I have been working to help raise awareness of Miram's family since May of 2024. It is now January of 2025. That is crazy. But Miram and I both have been making videos to help raise awareness and funds for her family to help get them out of watermelon territory. Now, yesterday, even in Western media, the news of a ceasefire was reported on, which is rare for those of us in the Western world who aren't used to getting very good coverage of that. Now, I have behind me an article from the Associated Press. They have very, very much been perceived since October 7th, 2023, of skewing their headlines in favor of is not real. And this one is no exception. It very much does, at best, if you want to read it as such, seem neutral. But I think most of us who have been helping Palestinian families are going to read this as, hey, this is really skewed toward Netanyahu and blaming the other side. And in the article, it does go on to say that it doesn't seem that the H group is actually doing anything that he says they're doing. There isn't evidence of his claims, but that's later on in the article. Anyway, if you've been following this channel, you know that yesterday I posted a video with a different article up behind me from Al Jazeera, which has been much more balanced in its coverage and better about portraying watermelon territory much more fairly instead of making everyone out to be terrorists. And that one announced the ceasefire. That article announced the ceasefire and laid out some of the terms and what the path through the phases of the ceasefire might look like. And it did bring up the fact that Netanyahu was already kind of trying to keep the door open to not honoring the terms of the ceasefire or not honoring the ceasefire in its later stages. It seems like he is already strongly making moves towards that goal. There was a paragraph in that article that I didn't get to in my video yesterday that mentioned that the Is Not Real Parliament had to vote on, I guess, ratifying the ceasefire. I'm not exactly sure what that would accomplish, but anyway, they would all have to agree, basically, or a majority would have to agree, basically. And it's not clear to me what their refusal to do so would mean, and it's not clear to me if that would even be meaningful on the larger world stage. There were much bigger powers involved than just Is Not Real, and I feel like that ceasefire might be able to be implemented anyway, but I'm not an expert. I don't really know what I'm talking about on that, so don't take my word for it. But regardless, he has postponed the vote in the Is Not Really Parliament on the ceasefire and implementing it, which means that I'm not sure. I guess it could mean that the ceasefire will be delayed. At any rate, I don't like what this means for being able to trust that the families we're supporting and the people that we have all come to think of as friends, for those of us who are in direct contact, I don't like to think of what it means for their safety and their ability to get out for those who need medical attention. The ceasefire was supposed to allow people who need medical treatment to leave and seek that elsewhere. It also was meant to allow aid trucks in and allow those in the north, or those from the north who had been displaced, to return to their homes. And I didn't believe for a second that Is Not Real had any actual intention of allowing any of that to happen. And this makes me believe that all of that really is in jeopardy and might not happen. But in the sense of, remaining somewhat optimistic and not completely giving up hope, we're going to forge ahead and we're just going to let this play out and see what happens. And in the meantime, I am not changing course on anything for right now as far as fundraising for Miram's family and the families on my backup channel. I intend to continue as we have been. I fully intend that the fundraising will continue. I will keep to my fundraising matching that I've promised to do. Any funds that we raise towards Miram's fundraiser up until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, February 28th, 2025, I will match up to $1,000 USD. So if you have anything that you can give, please do, as long as it's not going to hurt you. You can donate as little as $1. So if we get a bunch of donations of $1, that still gets us moving forward. And right now, the plan hasn't changed. It's still to get them out of watermelon territory. But with the ceasefire potentially happening, but also being in flux, I will update y'all as that sort of evolves and we figure out. I let the family make all the decisions. I'm not in direct contact with Miram's family. I'm in direct contact with Miram. And when her family can get internet access, she's in contact with them. And so I just, I'm very hands off. I let her and her family talk with each other, and then Miram gets back to me, and I just, support their decisions. I let them decide whatever is best for them. So this whole time so far, the best thing has been to raise funds to get them out. If the ceasefire goes through, and it is actually applied, and the terms of it are what they've been reported to be, if that changes what they want to do or what their plans are, I will keep all of you updated and let you know. But right now, with not even being sure if it'll be honored, I think it's best to just continue the way we have been, and that is currently my intention. So appreciate you if you made it this far. Thank you so much for continuing to support. I know this has been such a long run for everyone who's been keeping up with it, and yeah, I will see you all. If you are on TikTok, you probably know where my tree of links is, but in case you don't, it's in my bio. Miram is #1. If you're on YouTube, the link is in the description, and if you are on Instagram, the link will be in the description, but also there's a clickable version in my profile. So thank you so much, and I will see all of you later.